Hi, I'm Rob and this is Gems of War. Understanding storms is a really important part of Gems of War. Storms, sometimes they seem to be a bit random and you think you had a storm going and all of a sudden you don't. So what's all that about? What's really important about storms is to understand the storm priority and the order of which they appear. And the thing to remember is only one storm can appear at the same time. This is not including dual storms like Magma Dragon and Tink Steam Whistle. And there's two really important things you must remember about storms. There's a really big difference between summon a storm at the start of battle, like Fury does there, her middle trait, and summon a whatever storm at the start of my turn. That is really, really different. Now basically what happens is before we get going at all and before a turn starts, you get the preparation of the battle. And storms basically appear in the order of top to bottom, left to right. So our 4 troops first, and then the 4 troops on the other side. So I've set up a purposely overcomplicated situation here just to demonstrate it fully. We've got Mountain Crusher in first place. You might put this there thinking you're going to get a nice storm there, a dust storm at the start of the battle. We've got that. So you're going to expect your brown. But we've also got Fury in the side as well, who summons a Bone Storm at the start of battle, which is skulls. And we've got String Fiddler 2, who summons a Leaf Storm at the start of battle, which is green. And we've got Saga 2, which summons an Ice Storm at the start of battle, which is blue. And on the other side, just to make it even more complicated, we've got Spellpour, who summons a Firestorm at the start of battle. Now, as I just explained, the storm priority goes top to bottom, left to right. So our 4 troops first, and then the other side. So you're not going to get your Dust Storm as you expected, because as soon as that starts, you'll see it appear in the bottom, and then it'll be absolutely immediately overwritten by Fury's Bone Storm, which is going to be Skulls. But as soon as that appears, it's going to be immediately overwritten by String Fiddler's Leaf Storm. Now turn to green. And that'll be immediately overwritten by Saga's Ice Storm, which is blue. And finally, that'll be immediately overwritten by Spellpour's Firestorm. So let's start the battle to show that. Keep an eye on where it says loading battle there, because it'll happen very quickly. All the storms will be overwritten one after the other. And finally land on the last one, which was Spellpour's Firestorm. So that's how that works when you're just picking a storm which is at the start of battle. But if, for example, you have a troop which starts a storm at the start of his turn, then that is a different situation completely, and I'll show what happens then. What I'm going to do, I'm going to swap out String Fiddler and I'll pop in Magma Dragon, so because he's got a really cool storm. We'll throw him in there. Magma Dragon conjures a lava storm when my turn begins. Now, the very part of the start of the battle where it shows the preparation, where all the storms activate, is literally the preparation. The turn hasn't started yet. What will happen now, with Magma Dragon in there, is we'll start the game. Mountain Crusher's storm will be activated. It will be immediately overwritten by Fury's. Nothing will happen with Magma Dragon because his turn hasn't started yet. Then it will change to Saga's Ice Storm, and then it will change to Spellpour's Firestorm. And then finally, it will go back to Magma Dragon's Magma Storm, because his turn now begins, because it is the start of the turn. So watch how it changes this time. Skipped Magma Dragon, now goes back to Magma Dragon because his turn has now started. And that is how you override the enemy's storm. Really important. So basically, if you've got any team in your side that uses another storm at the start of the battle, it will override anything above it. So that is really important. And also, if the AI has any troop in their side where they have a storm at the start of battle, it will override your one, unless, in the case of Magma Dragon here, as we can see, it's when my turn begins. But also remember, if the AI has one when their turn begins, then you will get your storm for one turn, and then when your turn is over, their turn begins, so the AI would get it. So we can actually do that as well. Let's show that situation in action. I'm going to change the AI to something that does that. So we'll edit the teams. We'll pop Tink Steam Whistle in there. No, not S, not Stink Team Whistle. So many there's. Lots of there's. There you go. So we'll chuck him in there. So he's got an Electro Storm. So let's start the battle again. Right, so we'll start the battle. We'll get those overrides exactly the same as they were before, and it will stop on Tink Steam Whistle this time. Not Tink Steam Whistle, sorry, Magma Dragon. Because his turn is now begins. We'll have our turn. We've got an extra turn. Take our normal turn, and now it's turned to Tink Steam Whistle. But now it's gone back to Magma Dragon again because it's at the start of each turn. They're going to literally alternate because they've both got the dual storm going, and it will literally alternate between the two because it is the start of their turn. So that is how the storms work. If you found the video useful, it'd be cool if you hit that like and subscribe button because there's many more videos like this coming in the future, as well as your general Guild Wars battle, PvP teams, explore level 12 teams, and more. Thanks for watching. Catch you again next time. Bye for now.